talking about the leading ladies of Indian Renaissance. For ease of understanding, we go back 150 to 200 years and recall the greatest ladies who have contributed so much. And the first name which comes to my mind is Toru Datta. Toru Datta was born in 1856 in a prosperous and cultural Hindu family of the Dattas of Rambagan, Calcutta. The environment then, those days, was that the greater the intercourse with the European culture, greater will be the improvement in literacy, greater will be social status and acceptability in the political affairs of the times. It was believed then that the English education and the high status is achieved through the administrative services combined with the wealth to create a new aristocracy with a new attitude, and that was the order of the time or the day. She was born in that era and she was sent to the most modern education and that's a time while she was in France. She fell in love with the language French and the country France. French became her favorite language, and France the country of her education. She authored many books in French. She was the first lady, my friend, who started writing against the British atrocities on Indians and the British extravagance whenever they visited India or those staying in India on Indian money, exploiting the poor and the people of India. The concept of nationalism is as old, my friend. She also was very critical of Indian kings, Nawabs and princes for their sycophantic attitude towards British. She wrote extensively in her books, in her articles and newspapers of that time. She writes somewhere that you see how cheap the life of an Indian is in the eyes of the British judge. When some British soldiers killed 9 Bengalis and wounded about 10, and the soldier was simply exonerated on the very first date. She was the first lady to raise voice against this while sitting in London itself. Toru wrote extensively about the extravagance of the people during the visit of the Prince of Wales first in Calcutta. The greatest firework of the time was displayed. She wrote against it. She also disapproved the Maharaja of Kashmir's behavior, obnoxious behavior. She writes of wearing a puggree worth at least 40 lakhs then, presenting to the Prince of Wales along with 101 exquisite Kashmiri shawls, a diamond-studded hookah of gold, and a gold tea set, gold dinner set, besides many other fabulous things. She repeatedly wrote. You can imagine the kind of feeling she has for India and the Indians. That's the reason I put her first when it comes to the leading ladies of the Indian Renaissance. She also developed a great sensibility towards the apathy of the Indian woman. She was the first to describe the misery of Hindu widow's life. And she maybe she writes that because she knew enough of this suffering, watching her grandmother and a widowed mother's life. She wrote authored two books, Savitri, Sita and Savitri. And she writes that the complaint of Sita when banished for the second time. She wanders in the vast forest alone. Desperation and terror in her soul is so pathetic that no one could even think of such things. So much of sensibility towards a woman and women's suffering. Savitri is the longest and the most popular of the ballads she writes. As Toru herself said. Toru said, as for Savitri for the day, her name is named with couples wed, and to the bride the parents say, be thou like her in heart and head. Savitri is also the most inspired of the Toru's writing. The Savitri is strong, brave, and free in all aspects. Free to move around, to take decisions and implement them. Free even to choose lines of ancient India. Committed to wipe out the dreadful image of Indian woman in later centuries. Perpetuated so assiduously by orthodox upper class society. Of her original poems and writing, my friend, included in her collection ancient ballads and other legends of Hindustan. Those deserving special mention as the Bhagmar, the Lotus, the Tree of Life, and her Kesarjana, which is the best known and held to be in the finest, my friend. Toru was a literate, an author, a poet, and a great social reformer when it comes to sufferings of women in India. And she wrote it extensively. Thank you very much.